let's speak a little bit about style, because we talked about it in the Playful podcast, that you said that your sense of style and expression had changed so much over the years.
Yeah.
How do you think you found your own expression, or what was the journey?
Are we talking like in the last year since we talked last, or in general?
No, since the eternity.
Wow. Okay.
Since you were like in a totally different place.
Yeah. Okay. So like, that's very, very. It's very, very difficult to gauge. I think it was always like, we talked about like me being raised on a lot of like pop culture, and like that kind of stuff is always like, I mean, any type of fashion stems from like a background of pop culturally relevant things that are then integrated into some form of a fashion sense. But like over the years it's changed so much. I think it always was just like me seeing an image or a certain type of thing and a certain type of style, and then thinking I want to look exactly like that. So for the longest time it was really just me copying styles. And I mean, I don't think you even know like some of these, or the way that I've looked like a long time ago, but it's been ridiculous. Like I've had so many like different styles over the years. There was a time when I looked like a 60s rockabilly as well, and then there was that like a time when I was really like into like streetwear and like Japanese streetwear and all of that stuff. I really just thought like I want to look like this, I want to look like this, and it was always me trying to copy something. And I think over the years I kind of found a way to mix together several different things and kind of find my own self of style from that. But it's still like a huge discovery for me, and like a huge like journey of discovery for me. Like I'm always finding new stuff where I'm like, fuck, this is so cool, I want to make something like this work as well in my press pictures and all of that kind of stuff. It's always like a wild mishmash of influences as well in there. In my day-to-day life too, I really try to make an effort now, like to like find something that isn't just a carbon copy of something that existed already, but something that is kind of new. I will say it's actually quite difficult for a person of my stature. Like, I like to dress in a very feminine way. I mean, not right now, but
No,
like a lot of the time.
You also got in contact with your feminine side a little bit late.
Exactly. Like, and it's actually quite difficult for a person of my stature to find like feminine clothing.
Yeah.
And I've had actually like a few people that have really like helped me find not ways around that, but just like discover things that I can make work a certain way. My partner has helped a lot with that stuff, like just finding things that would fit me and finding things that work on me, or handing me down stuff that she would wear. And some other friends. Actually, funnily enough, the DJ Yazus has sent me a lot of clothes and brands and all that stuff. Where
How come?
She was like, I just asked.
Yeah.
There was a certain point where I was like, once again, I was like, I really like the way you dress, but I'm struggling with finding stuff that I can make work. And she was like, I got you, baby. Like, how about this? How about this? How about this?
So because the first day here, you were laying in your new bikini top and jeans, full-on jeans. I was like, "Whoa, you're not hot." You're like, "I'm sweating so much."
Yeah. Yeah, fact.
And you're like, "But I cannot find bikini bottoms."
Yeah, or I haven't thought of making a conscious effort to find bikini bottoms yet at that point. So I'm wearing trunks right now. But yeah, I was kind of like in that moment, I was kind of like, I don't know, I wanted to look cool sitting by the pool.
You were looking great.
So I was like bikini bottom, but I need something that matches with that. I can't like wear bikini bottoms and then like tropical trunks. That doesn't work. You know what I mean? Black bikini top, and then
You'd rock it. In my head, it looks fun.
So I'm like, actually, it was funny. On that day, I talked to DJ Gigula here in the hotel as well, who also told me like, just gotta find ways to make the stuff work. Like she also like wears bikinis backwards to make them work and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, all right.
Smart.
Slay, you just gotta kind of make it
Yeah.
work for yourself.
Have you thought about how you'd like them to be on the butt? Do you like them thinner?
I have thought about that, and I haven't reached a conclusion yet.
Yeah.
I think I have to just try once again, try some stuff out, try some stuff on. I mean, yesterday I wore an outfit that I was like legitimately I had it on. I was like, this may have been like the best outfit I've ever worn, and it was like, it was part of that was like a skirt that I had like worn once and was kind of like, no, this actually doesn't look good. Like this doesn't work. And then yesterday I made it work in the context of that outfit, and I was like, it's all about like kind of making something work for you if you think it can.
Yeah, in what way do you think?
Salamander over there on the wall.
There's so many, they're so cute.
So cute.
In what way do you work with the way you dress as a form of expression?
I mean, I really have nowadays. It's almost like a thing that's like I cannot do without. I need to have 90 even higher, like almost all of the time I need to have an outfit for my gig, and I like to dress like really androgynously for gigs because I want to represent queerness and androgynousness and this type of like like gender expression when I'm on stage.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like, or not I think, it's just something that's really important to me. When I'm on stage, I want to look like I'm slaying, I want to look good because it gives me just more confidence as well. And confidence is of course something that's quite important when you're on stage.
Yeah.
So that's like, I have this really weird spleen where I also like, I often like layer something over my outfit because I like the feeling of like taking off a jacket or something before my set. So there's just like a lot of things that go into like me being confident on stage, but the expression aspect in that is really like when I'm being publicly perceived, and I know that I'm going to be publicly perceived, like on a stage, in some photos that I'm taking, whatever, I want to represent some form of like queerness and gender expression. Because, I mean, on the one hand, it's who I am and it's how I feel best in my own skin. And on the other hand, I really want to represent that to the outside and to the like outer world looking in. I want people who see me play, who come see me play, to see an expression of queerness and to, yeah, it's kind of like a thing where like, hey, like there's no me without that. If you're not okay with that, or if that bothers you, then maybe I'm not the DJ to watch play, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I'm not the DJ to see play, I guess. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but like,
I don't think so.
it's
But
kind of like, yeah, it really is that type of thing where I'm like, I don't know, I want to represent this. And
yeah.
cicadas. That was cool though.
Yeah. And yesterday we talked a bit also about the hate that you get on internet because of the way you dress.
Yeah,
How does it affect you?
it hurts. First moment it always hurts, you know? Like, I think people can act tough and people can act cool when they get hate, be it on the internet or in real life. But I think the knee-jerk reaction in the first moment is always like, you know, it's like always, it hurts your feelings, you know what I mean? But like the second moment for me is like, I don't know, it's trying to make you be less of yourself. It's trying to make you fit in. It's trying to put you down because you're different from the norm. It's trying to put you down because you're something that a lot of people do not appreciate being perceived in the public eye, because they do not have the well, this is kind of getting ahead of it, but like I think it always comes from a viewpoint of jealousy. I think it always comes from a viewpoint of jealousy and a certain matter of love not being given to those type of people that do hate on that kind of thing, or them not being accepted, and then that festering and turning into a hate for people who they then hate on, be that because of skin color, sexual orientation, whatever. And they express it in the worst way possible.
It's interesting though, like we speak about the queerness and the
Yeah.
separation on that, but there's also, when you see that how big the techno scene is growing, and how people are influenced by dressing a certain way to fit in, and how that's one part of it, and the other part is people on the other side hating on the people who are dressed in a more commercial or traditional, or I don't know, fashion techno style.
I think it's like I really do think like it's a jealousy. It's a form of jealousy of a certain type of expression. Like it's like they have the feeling maybe they could not express themselves that way or whatever, and then they turn to hate to like make that feeling of jealousy get better. You know what I mean? In the long run, it just makes me want to be even more in people's face. Like, what they're trying to achieve is silencing that, you know? What they're trying to achieve is always silencing to make their own pain better. It's not what they're achieving. It makes me want to just be even queerer and even more in their face, in an almost obnoxious way.
Can't wait.
And yeah, but I do think there's something to be said for like, yeah, it's difficult to know where I'm getting with this, because I think I'm a big fan of like A-Log v Memnon, and what they do is like any hate they always answer with like a form of love. I do not have the patience or self-awareness to be able to do that, because it does, like getting hate makes me angry and it hurts my feelings. But what I also don't do is I don't hate back, like, because hate only garners more hate. That's what they're trying to achieve, and in the end, also number one rule is don't feed the trolls. With fame always comes more hate. And the bigger you get, the more people are going to not like something that you do. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. Never.
Thank you so much. But what inspires you when you get dressed?
Ooh, that's a good question. Disco a lot, like the disco movement from like the 80s, and I think like late 70s and 80s. That inspires me a lot. And then, of course, anime inspires me a lot. Just style-wise and like stylistically, the way the characters look, the colors, man. And then, like, makeup-wise, a lot of friends have really like taught me well and inspired me a lot. So they definitely did their part to inspire me while getting ready or getting dressed.
So you get ready together?
Not ready together, but they just showed me and taught me lots of things, like how to do my makeup a certain way, how to do this, how to do this. That was definitely a big inspiration. And then, yeah, but I think those are probably like the two biggest ones. It's really like the disco movement has a lot of like influence on like my style and the way I hold myself. and anime also like does. It's kind of like a mixture in between those two, I would say, probably, like. And I mean, the disco's movement came from the queer scene, and from the disco movement originated techno. So you can kind of like see the way that it like progresses into what I do, I guess, in a certain way. Just like there's a natural like through line from there to my music, I guess.
Yeah. So beautiful. I love it. No, but to me, just imagining a disco anime and then seeing you underneath.
That would be so mad.
What?
I've been saying forever we need something like this. Like
Yeah.
there needs to be some form of like animated show made about like the disco scene.
Yeah.
Or just about like a DJ scene would be so cool as well. Probably never happen because it's just too specific, but it would be so good. It would work so well too, I think.
Yeah, 100%. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Watch the puff that we don't lose another one.
Oh yeah.